With Season 2 of Black Ops Cold War Zombies, Treyarch has given us zombie players a lot of stuff to grind. This goes for all of our stuff we have in our arsenal. This means our perks, our ammo mods, our weapon classes, and our field upgrades, which we're going to be talking about today. More on that in a second though. As you recall back to the start of Black Ops Cold War, we had to earn crystals by getting to milestone rounds, and then we'd use them to unlock tiers on the perks, on the weapon classes, and on our ammo mods and field upgrades. We had 3 tiers per item. Treyarch has brought the fun there with Season 2, and they've given us 2 additional tiers on all of our stuff. The 2 additional tiers add all new fun abilities to our perks and everything we have in our arsenal as well. Alongside this, they brought in a new kill streak, the death machine, as we've seen from all the way back in Black Ops 1, we've seen it in Mob of the Dead in Black Ops 2, we've seen it in Black Ops 3, and then we've seen it in Black Ops 4 as a specialist weapon, and they've brought it back as a kill streak. We also see a new ammo mod, Shattered Blast, that is kind of okay, and then we have a new field upgrade, Frenzied Guard, which again is okay as well. Today we're going to be talking about Ring of Fire though. Ring of Fire I think has to be one of the most popular field upgrades in the game. Every high round run you see, people are using it. I'm using it, you're using it, your grandma's using it, everyone's using Ring of Fire, and it's for very good reason. Before we get into any more detail about why it is good and bad, I want to go over the basic version of Ring of Fire and then all the tiers from 1 to 5 and give an overall review. We'll go into the good, we'll go into the bad, and then we'll talk about how they could possibly improve Ring of Fire in the future if they add additional tiers, just like they did in Season 2 of Black Ops Cold War Zombies. But that said, let's go into the base description of Ring of Fire. It reads as follows. Create a ring of ephemeral fire that boosts damage for you and your allies. Normal enemies who enter gain a burning effect that deals fire damage. Lasts 15 seconds. So the base version is pretty good on its own, but let's see what the tiers do. Tier 1, double burn effect damage. Tier 2, ring blocks enemy projectiles. Tier 3, when in the ring, ammo is taken from your stock instead of the magazine. Moving on to Tier 4, which is the first of our new abilities. Burning effect has a small chance to insta-kill. That one is a really good one. And then moving on to our final tier, Tier 5. Ring duration, burn effect damage, and insta-kill chance all increase the longer any player is inside. So with this, what you're going to get obviously is the longer you are in, the more effective the Ring of Fire effect in general is going to be. Now, I just want to say, for camping, this has to be the best field upgrade. It's going to make any weapon you have a pretty much an insta-kill, and I absolutely love it. For strats like the Penthouse strat or any camping strategy, like for the Machine and Firebase Z, this is going to be the one you're absolutely going to always want to run. In some ways, it kind of takes inspiration from Stronghold from Black Ops 4, if you remember that. That was one where the longer you stayed in one position, a circle would come around you, and the more damage you'd end up doing. If you remember that, it's kind of like that, but a much more buffed version than that. For Stronghold, it was more of a defensive perk. The longer you stand in it, you get armor, and then the modifier slot would actually let you do damage when zombies entered that circle. But with this, you're going to be doing lots of damage constantly. As well, another benefit of running this field upgrade is that you don't even have to be in the circle for it to actually kill. One thing that a lot of players do, and the Penthouse strat on the Machine beside Nectar and Toten, or I should say on Nectar and Toten, is that you want to activate it next to the spawn window to your left. This is because when you activate it, the Ring of Fire effect is going to kill the zombies in that area without you doing any work, so you can focus on the zombies in front of you. I think for co-op high rounds as well, this has to be the best one, just because it works for your allies as well. When they stand in the circle, they're going to be getting the exact same effect you are. I think ideally what you want to do is have 1 or 2 people run this, and then someone run Healing Aura, and then maybe someone run something like Frenzied Guard, so it takes the heat away from you in them desperate situations. You can rotate between the abilities, and overall you're just going to be completely overpowered, and it is one of, if not the best field upgrade in the game. I personally always run it for my high rounds. I won't be running it for the next week or so because I'll be getting the other abilities and seeing the secrets about them, because I'm really excited to see what a lot of the tier upgrades do to the other ones, like the Winter's Well knockoff. So I'm very excited to see that. But getting back to Ring of Fire, I love how the ability praises you for using it to its maximum potential by staying in the ring. I think this promotes you to keep using it while also rewarding you for doing that, as it's going to increase everything the base ability can actually do. So it keeps you wanting to keep it in that circle. Even if you're in a situation where you might go down because of it, you have to keep in mind that eventually zombies will be killed and you'll be doing more damage. Are there any drawbacks to Ring of Fire though? And there are a few. Depending on what playstyle you have, you might actually not want to use Ring of Fire. One playstyle is obvious, that is training. Training when you're moving about, you don't really want Ring of Fire because Ring of Fire only stays in one place. So if you're training either at spawn or in Jug or anywhere in D Machine or Firebase Z, I can really not recommend using Ring of Fire because it's not going to do that much work, because it's awkward when you're out in an open area using Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire has the intention to be used in a corner, in a room, somewhere where zombies are coming from pretty much one direction. But if you're training, zombies are going to be coming from all different directions. One thing I could maybe recommend is use Ring of Fire and let the zombies run through it, and that'll kill that wave. But that's really unusing its potential. Another reason why you might not want to use Ring of Fire is for the Easter egg hunts and Easter egg players. Now, for speedrunning, 100% not. You don't want speedrunning with this because it's not going to benefit you in any way when it comes to speedrunning. The one I would recommend for speedrunning is going to be Ether Shroud, but we'll get into that in a different video. But that is one reason why you wouldn't want to run Ring of Fire, because it doesn't really benefit speed in any way, shape, or form. This is basically for the high round players, and that is what I have to recommend you guys to use it for. High rounds, nothing else. But if they ever upgrade Ring of Fire for additional tiers, what could they do? A possible tier 7 I could think is the circle moves with you. So you have the ability no matter where you are, and it's up to the players around you to try and stay in that circle. I think that would be very cool, and I could imagine that actually being a thing. Later on, maybe that will be what happens. It's kind of good the way it works now because it stays in one spot, and some people might see it as a downside if you take the Ring of Fire effect wherever you go. But you're going to constantly be able to kill, and as long as you're staying in the right place at the right time, you should be absolutely fine. Maybe there's two modes to it. Maybe you can put it down and pick it up. Maybe there's some sort of sequence that you can do to do that. Maybe not. Who knows? If they were ever to do something like that. Additionally with it as well, what you could add in is just an increased time of killing. This is kind of a basic one, but this would be a really good upgrade to say as well, because it's going to make you go through the rounds faster, and it's going to make them a lot easier, because you're not going to have to wait constantly for that cooldown. So that is another thing they could improve upon it. Other than that, there's not really much I have else to say. I think Ring of Fire has to be one of, if not the best, field upgrades. And I'm really excited to try the other ones to see if the other ones benefit you in any way, shape, or form, just like Ring of Fire does. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for the video today. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll be uploading lots more of these types of videos because you guys seem to be really liking them. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep focusing on this type of video, these styles of videos. So again, if you are interested in anything like that, remember to subscribe and leave a comment below of what you would like me to do next. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!